This is painting Star Saga and we are going to paint the devil. Hello all you boys and girls, it's Michael here from Miniature Painting, and like I said, today we are going to take a look at the devil. It's the one with the Italian name, which I can't pronounce, but it was sounding like something like Salveggio. My apologies, I really don't know. We start off with the skin, with a Reichland flesh shade. As you can see, it's pretty simple and pretty easy, and I think this is the best way to paint some skin. I already did some videos on it, and I'm still happy with the results. So I'm going to continue with that result. After that, we are going to use some elfic flesh for a quite rough dry brush. After that, we are going back with some Reichland flesh shade to shade over it again to put the elfic flesh into the flesh shade. Leather brown is the color we are going to use for his coat. See me drenching the coat right here. This is a pretty straightforward figure, but I still think this is a pretty cool figure, so I want to spend some extra attention on this figure to get it as cool as possible. That's why the video is a little bit longer. Bone white for his shirt. There's some underneath the gun. Then a little add-on to the face. He has a burned area, which we are going to do some Carabora Crimson. For the pants, we use some Beastie Brown. We are going to shade it in a later stadium, so yeah. Black for the shoes. I learned from the Kirby model that you are going to use some watered down colors, especially for the higher pigment colors, so this is pretty watery. I did 2 coats of it. There's going to be more black later on, but I chose to do it the other way. Some Agrex Earth Shade. So this is the splodging, I can almost say, of the whole model, except for the face and the hands. This brings some awesome depth into the model, and immediately you can see it's almost already tabletop ready. On for the leather brown again, and this time it will be a highlight of the same color, brighten it up again to give it more depth. This is one of the first layers. There will be, I believe, 2 more layers, as we can see later on. Then Beastie Brown, we're doing the same for the pants. Lighten the pants up again. And after that, 2 more layers, or 3 more layers, I suppose, for the pants. And immediately you can see it's already tabletop ready when you're talking about the coats and the pants. Bone white. Once again, we return to bone white for the shirt. There you go, that was the shirt. Now a mix of bone white and leather brown to lighten up the leather brown, to give it some more shading and some edge highlighting. Rough edge highlighting, because I like the highlights a bit more rough. I think it looks more natural. As you can see right here. And the coat starts to come alive and really be 3D. So this is one of the first models I started edge highlighting with, and I'm pretty happy with the technique. So you will be seeing me using edge highlighting a bit more. There you go, that's the coat. See? Starting to get somewhere. Same we are going to do with Beastie Brown and Bone White for the pants. So if you haven't done it already, please do subscribe. There will be a lot more, and if you're into Star Saga, you will be in for a treat the coming days, because, well, with the release right now of Star Saga, there will be a lot of painting videos on it, and, well, guess what? There's going to be some really cool ones. So, scarlet red for the bag. I chose scarlet red because there will be a resemblance with the gun he's holding, with the flamethrower. So you can see where his canteens or storage comes from. And I think it picks out really nice for the rest of the model, which is pretty brown. And of course I do like highlighting with pink, but that is just for a later stadium in this video. For finishing the bags, I did a dark gray for the canisters inside, but I think I didn't film it. So here's the Carber Crimson again to shade the bag. It's pretty simple. Just smear it on and that's it, let it dry. Then we are going to the knee pads and the knee protection with just black. It's pretty cool because it stands out a bit more from the rest of the miniature. And then some cold gray for the hair. Even the same with my walkers, I do like to have the hairs gray. I think it looks pretty good on the miniature. And well, the devil was pretty good in having gray hair. When that's drying, put some bolt gun metal on the gun. I like to keep the gun as simple as possible. There is something about the gun that I didn't film, which I did use on my models, and that is the nozzle of the flamer area. I did red and I believe a blue wash to give it a little bit of burned area. Now on with Nuln oil for the hair, as you can see, to give it a little bit more depth, and then for the gun just splosh it with Nuln oil. Well, you know how a shade works. I'm not going to say it's in depth again and again and again. So yeah. Now a mix of black and cold gray to shade or highlight the shoes, knee pads and shoes. There you go. Like I said, I'm doing it a bit rough. I think it gives a more natural look to the miniature. Pretty awesome. Then we go to Pink Horror for the edge highlighting of the bag. And as you can see right there, if you look really close and pretty quick, I already painted the canisters and the canister on the flamethrower itself. Now there is some red on the flamethrower. That's the same red we did use for the bag. Some black, and that's about one of the last pieces we do on this miniature, because I think it's pretty much finished and ready for table play. In the meantime, I did dry brush the hair a bit with the standard Stonewall Grey. I forgot to film that as well. It's all in the same go as the rest. There you go, this is the miniature. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you soon. And may the dice be forever in your favor.